Okay, hello. This should all be working. You can actually hear as well that my wife has the tumble dryer on as well, which is directly above me, so if you're wondering what the low rumble is, that's what that is. Bear with. Hey, nice bit of roads there for you. Hello, everybody. I thought I'd do a little live stream. I've been wanting to do this for a while and sort of get back into the more regular stream of just streaming, producing my albums and things like that, or producing my music, because it's the first time I've done this in a long time, 20 years, pretty much exactly between when I've last sort of released an album of no consequence. And I thought, yeah, then why not actually go through this process and sort of show you what tools I use and the sort of ins and outs. There's also a little bit of proof of, hey, I didn't use AI to make this music, so that's the sad state of affairs that I have to do this. So yeah, ignore this. This is just me dicking around. But the Rhodes EP1 thing. So let's go over to oh yeah, this is a nice key. I do like this keyboard. It's nearly as good as the Arturia one. The Arturia do a where is it? Not the DX7. What is it called? I can't remember the name of it now. I usually go by the picture. They do so many freaking different ones. Stage 73. The Stage 73 is nearly as good as this. I could do a whole series comparing like synthesized Rhodes, but I quite like the EP one. It's nice. I think I do prefer the Stage 73, but it depends what kind of sound you like. This has kind of got a nice load of some more raw sounds on it, but they're equally as good. Better than anything on the standard. Anyway, enough talking about Rhodes. Let's go and have a look. Let me close this. This is just an open project. Wanted to show you Narcissist. So Narcissist is the single I've got out on my channel at the moment and on SoundCloud and Bandcamp. You can go and see all of those. As they are. Sorry, I've just got to tweak something here. There we go. So this is, I'm using Reason 13 for this. This is Huzzah Reason 13. I've had to squish things in a little bit as well. Usually I work on 2 screens, so I've had to sort of squish my racks and everything into one screen. So essentially, we've got, I'll break it down. This is the main sequencing window. So this is where I'll do all my arranging all the parts. Loops and things like that, and it's an okay interface. I've used it for so many years. I'm just used to it. I think there could be better ones out there, but I don't mind it. And then you've got the mixing window, which is where I'll do all my, this is a very traditional, old school sort of rack mixer. Each channel on its own independent thing. So you've got the vocals. And a slightly new technique I've started doing for this album is running vocal buses for different vocal sections. I'll go over that ever so slightly later. And the different instruments here, and we can mix them and automate them and add sort of different effects. I tend to not use, I know I have here, I've done just a basic plate room that was basic by default that suited my needs. I tend not to use this section at all much, to be honest. I don't really like using sort of the old school send and receive method of doing effects. It's perfectly fine. It's got its uses if you want to put slightly in, or if your VST or effects, a piece of effects software doesn't have any good wet and dry controls, this is probably the better way of doing it, but it's just a little bit fiddly. I prefer doing it on this part, which is the rack. I should probably move me over this way. Hey, there we go. I should probably move me over here because you can see the rack a little bit better. Yeah. This is sort of Reason's big rack. Oh god, I got a classic Reason 3. God, I haven't looked. You can tell I can just stack things on top of each other, and I tend not to look here. I forgot I actually put the whole mastering suite in there as well. And this is where you'll stack up sort of your different instruments and your different effects. And like I say, I prefer to stack up my different effects here and manage it in one space here rather than doing it on the mixing page. Plus, you can wire everything in, which is kind of cool. And this is why I love Reason, is just being able to just rewire and split and send. I've got line mixers over here. I've got doing some spider splitting. This is for my audio chain. This is for my vocal chain. So I've got a Neptune voice adjuster, which is giving me a low octave effect. And yeah, I'm using that to split and merge and send back to its own little mixer so I can manage that. I'll go over that in a little bit. But if you haven't heard the song, go and listen to the song. You can... We'll see how we get to that. So I'm going to head on over to my main window. Got to work out how to do that. Sequencer, here we go. So I've got a few things in here. This song, well, I'll play this first melody. So the I've been alone for much too long. Something inside me trying to be wrong. Inside my eyes I feel unsure, wondering if I could be happier. But I have got to be true to myself. I am alone. I am alone. I am alone. I am alone. Okay, so this is a very unusual style of music, and I appreciate that, and it's very intentionally done that way. Just having a very sort of distorted octave vocal, part of the idea of a narcissist being confronted by himself. But I want to talk about the musical arrangement. Now I'm using a CS80, and this came about with me just kind of playing with the CS80, this beast. This is part of Arturia's suite of instruments. This is the V3. I had to backdate it. I did have the V4. I had to find a copy of the V3 because I had one particular patch that I liked, which I've had to modify a little bit as well. So the Axsteel patch on the CS80 V3 that I've tweaked. I believe I've changed the response, the release response on the VCF, somewhere around here. I forget which part it was. I tend to touch these things and then put them away. But this is sort of a real model of the classic, the CS80. But the scale I used is kind of what I want to talk about here. So we're kind of... Oh, no, not a octave. And so on. So that is a Phrygian scale, for anyone deep into modes. So we're dealing with sitting on the B, which the roots are in E flat, but playing the scale through, starting off from the F, but we're running it through on the G, but we're starting on the G, so... And you can really have some fun with that. But I kept it quite simple, and I came up with the as a kind of like the original melody line. That's where it all kind of started with, sort of playing with this instrument, coming up with a sort of melody line. And then I thought, well, why don't I have the vocals just follow that line? And it kind of gives a little bit of an eerie, unsettling energy to it, as most Phrygian scales do. It's very easy to play something sort of very standard. So if I play it here, almost sounds like a Zelda soundtrack, actually. And just having it sit on that G constantly just gives it that complete uneasy. Play it anywhere else. You play that bass note anywhere else. So sitting on the G. Play it anywhere else and it sounds fine. But so, yeah. Yeah, and it sounds absolutely fine, but keeping that root on the G and just emphasising the sort of the state of the Phrygian mode really kind of... And it's not even kind of Arabian, like a kind of sort of like a... it's not even that. It's more... having that sort of, I believe it would be the natural fifth. Just sort of very, very unsettling. And that's kind of the idea, because I want this whole track to be vaguely unsettling to the first listener and have that kind of offset feel. So let's just go back to keyboard shortcuts for the win. So... I have been alone for much too long. So let's look at the vocals here. So this vocal is me. I have been alone for much too long. What I'm going to do is I am going to see if I can do this. There we go. We can put the mixer over the top as well. I have been alone for no, that's not what I wanted. Too long. I wanted the rack. Let's see. Keep this playing. I have been alone for much too long. So we've got a few things here. Something inside me trying to be wrong. So my chain here, let me go and just rewind this. I'll play it in a second. So if I basically... Oh, I haven't used... I've taken the King's mics off. Ignore that one. If I bypass all the insert effects. I have been alone for much too long. That's just raw. Something inside me trying to be wrong. Inside my eyes I feel untrue. Could harmonise there. Wondering if I could be happier. But I have got to be. So we have to myself. This lower part. Very kind of just octave dropped. Dropped 12 semitones. I am alone. I am alone. So we also have this here. Feel alone among this is the Enigma stereo phase from the Waves bundle. If you just bypass it. Voices calling out to me the same. And so this is dry-ish. The brave, the bold, the stupid, and ignored. It just adds. You can see how the movement there. It just adds a tiny little bit of phase. But stay with me. Right, let me take that off. So yeah, it just adds a little bit of sort of unsettling phase. And again, it's all about having that unsettling energy. I have been alone for much. So just have trying to be wrong. We've also got it's a bit of a stereo tool to widen. Sorry, I shouldn't talk whilst it's playing. A little bit of a stereo tool to widen it, as well as a pulverizer. This is like a distortion tool. This comes native with Reason. And this sort of basically just adds... I wanted to add a little bit of saturation. I have got another saturation tool that I like to use, which is the Soft Tubes saturation, but I kind of like this just basic pulverizer. It's a very sort of low-key decimation or low-key kind of just distortion. It doesn't overdo it. If you just want that edge of saturation in there, it's perfect for that. If I just bypass it. Wondering if I could be happier. But I have got to be. That's a little bit of low mids as well. As far as EQ's going, I am alone. Apparently have plate on that. I am alone. I am alone. I am alone. I wonder why I don't hear that. Feel alone among the sea of names. Are you being sent? Is the plate unplugged? Hang on. I need to do some investigation. There's plates. Oh, it's not plugged in, that's why. Wait, what? No. The stupid and ignored. Oh, we're bypassing this. I feel like them slaying. Okay, I need to do some mixing check. I can't mix with these headphones. Is that the plate that's the proper plate? Hang on, this is where the wiring is a bit of a drawback because you can't tell. Oh yeah, the effects. No, there's nothing going through to it. It's not bypassed. I probably... Oh, I think it's going to another set of compressors. Oh, it is, look. It's going here, which is going to this screen. So this is another. It's all the same. I think. To me. I don't know. This is what the problem when I just start stacking up different effects and different wirings. I end up just going like, what have I actually done here? Result, I like the sound of it. I can go back and investigate that later if I feel like it. But originally I did have this thing called, this King's microphones. I'll just have a show you what that's supposed to do. Just rewind a second. There we go. So,
I am alone.
so originally I wanted this to kind of just
I am
limit.
alone.
So if I turn this back on,
Feel alone among the sea of names.
you can hear it just limiting it, kind of.
Voices calling out to me the same.
But I felt so I didn't enable it in the end. It's a very good way of sort of having like a retro microphone feel, sort of like an old classic sort of microphone from yesteryear, and sort of it's essentially sort of a bit of distortion, saturation with some high pass filtering. And a little bit of gain control. I felt it was just taking off a little bit too much of the mid-range of the vocals, so I just took it off. I could probably delete that, it doesn't make sense, but I'll keep it. I've also got this thing called Curves AQ as well, which is just a little bit of mastering on the vocals as well. Just analyzes and comes up with a suggested mix. Not an essential function, but I quite like it. So that's the... Sorry, too many pages. So that's kind of the vocals.
I've been alone for much too long. Something inside me trying to be wrong. Inside.
And yeah, kind of in terms of production, it was very much led by this wanting to be sort of a very minimalist sort of sound. Very sort of minimal, not having a lot going on other than the CS80 and my vocals in a kind of twisted way. And especially this section here, I wanted to be dry as anything, just, well, dry, as it were, and just have sort of vocals and the CS80.
Feel alone among the sea of names. Voices calling out.
I wanted to just be really pure. And then we get to this part, and we have a very, very, very fun instrument. We have a farfisa.
Stay with me and pray with me and be read with me. It's all the same to me.
So, in terms of chords, it's an F minor. As you can see in the bottom. And just literally modulating the F to a G. We're sticking in the same format. Interestingly, so just to add layers of like chords, you've already got the Phrygian, you know, the having essentially we're playing an E flat 13, but with the root note on the G, and it just adds another layer of dissonance. So just that I love a little bit of compounding in a chord. But yeah, essentially, we've got an E flat 13.
Stay with me.
And it's eerie. I'll show you the farfisa if I can find it. Here it is. So this is another not ample sound. That's the guitar one. Arturia is another Arturia preset, a replication of a classic old school farfisa, and I've used the cheap but so good preset. So it's yeah, it's a very classic sort of instrument. It's got all sort of like recreations of everything you need in a farfisa, including a lot of things you can tweak here as well. It's kudos to Arturia for doing some amazing work with all these things, and you can add different effects to it as well. And a lot of I use a lot of Arturia stuff on my live rig. It's fairly lightweight, so it runs on my laptop, and just great sounds. It's worth looking into if you like classic recreations of old synths. So we've got this synth sort of coming in. We're starting to add depth here. We're starting to build up a picture. So this is now going like from very minimalist and just starting to broaden out the sound slowly. until we come to the end of this, and then we start to develop the beat. I'll tell you what we'll do here. I'll just play this little section here.
And be ready with me. It's all the same to me. I have been alone.
So there, I stop. I could carry on because I could go. I could carry it straight on and go straight in, which I do later. I carry on, but I have this pause, stop, restart. And again, it's another part of the song structure. Let's just unsettle people a little more. They're expecting to go right straight in. No, we're going to take a quarter of a bar and we're just going to pause here. So we're going to
Me, it's all the same to me.
so I could go
I've been alone
nope.
for much too long. No longer can I see the right from wrong. Inside my eyes I see the truth. Inside my head is all the proof. But I have got to be true to myself. I am alone. I am alone. I am alone. I am alone.
So, okay, 2 new friends have joined the song. We're building up the song. Multiverse Reactor. Now, this is, if I can find it, is this, no, that's the ads reactor. Is this one, Multiverse? So, this is Reactor. Reactor is a great set of tools by Native Instruments. Lots of things like the Polyplex, the Monarch, the Molecular, lots of more synths, basically. Synths and drum machines, all sorts of really cool things. And I really like Polyplex. They've got a lot of really good samples with it, and it's not too much. You've got your samples here, and you've got enough to be able to select a few sounds, where the samples, the pitch, start it, pan it, volume it, and just have it all as a fairly easy preset here, and it's very good. So we've essentially got very simple. Yeah, we could go. Yeah. You can do all sorts of fancy things. I quite like this, the multiverse preset on this. I think I tweaked it. I can't remember how I tweaked it. I did some tweaks in here somewhere. There's even I've got to be careful when I touch it because I don't want to oversave my preset. There's even like randomizer functions, so if you just want to flick about, I may have done that here. I probably did. So this is Polyplex. I like Polyplex in the Reactor setting. So that's doing one part of this new sound. The next one is Ads. Also a Reactor, but this is a very good synth. This is the Monarch. I really do like the Monarch. This is a very, very, very nice sounding synth. I need to use it more, but so we're going. And that's all it's doing. Essentially, the whole way is just sitting on that. It does do something later. It goes. We go down to the E flat later, but and that's all it's doing. It's just sitting there, adding a little bit of bass, hitting sort of the low subbier notes while the kick hits the sort of the mid sort of low note, low. My brain fails me right now, but it is a quite nice little synth. You can play around with that. But essentially, it's 3 oscillators running through to a single filter, single filter envelope. What I like about Reactor stuff, it's not that complicated. There is a few things here you can do, some octave fine-tunings. You select your waveform, what range it sits at, tweak your oscillators, where they want to go, what they want to do, and then your other things. This thing can produce some really nice sounds. I've used this, like I say, I want to use it more. I've used it a fair bit already. It's just a tasty little synthesizer. So what I will do is I will just isolate what these two are doing here. So, Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. Just essentially sitting low on the low line, just adding a little bit depth as we're building up.
I have been alone for much too long. No longer can I see the right from wrong. Inside my
Okay, so that's that section. We'll move on, and you can tell I'm very block-like in my order of how I do things. Something I probably want to try and get away from. I want to be a bit more fluid, I think. I tend to sort of see things in just different blocks, essentially. Okay, so let's go to the next section after this.
I am alone.
So we're building up here. We got this vocal part. So one of my favorite nice little new techniques that I've learned is grouping vocals. So let's solo this.
I have got to be.
So all these three channels here, oops, oh bugger off. This one, 2, and 3 are grouped in here. This one's the main override. This is what I will do a lot of my EQing on. I try not to do too much EQing. I tend to just play with filters more often than not. I sort of sit. I mean, this is very, very restricted. A little boost to the mid as well. If I can all avoid, I will just sort of sit there in the mix as well. And you can see here, I've taken off some high pass. I've taken off some low pass. So I'm basically squishing it. I'm squishing it into that mid range. And I kind of like that sound, especially if you add a bit of reverb for it. Sounds a bit airy. Sounds a bit not quite there. And you can see we've got 3.
I have got to be.
And a very quiet. Very quiet because I didn't want it overriding everything. But it sits just giving that little low harmony without anyone hearing it really.
I have got to be.
Oops, hang on. Oh, let's probably start playing with solos. There we go, I have to reset it. So.
I have got to be.
We've also added this section, so we've got a little bit more rhythm coming in. Very static, very 16ths, rigid 16ths all the way through. And the bass line as well just sits and does a little bit more, just making itself a bit more known. So we go from like, build the rhythm, we're building up. Drop out, breathe. So the Farfisa makes its return, same chord structure, but we get a darker rhythm. We've got a nice, let's have a listen. I think it's wrong. So, yeah, it's almost triplets. It's almost triplets. How did I program that in? Yeah, it's not quite. It is still sitting on the 16th line, but it's. So you can see by the way it is here. It's sort of like we're doing 3 to 2. It's like you know, it's sitting on that line. Just again, another little uneasy bit of tension in there. We don't let up. Sorry, that is distorting. Let me turn this down a bit. This is a bit hot. I'll just turn that down ever so slightly. So yeah, we are entering the final section. This is the main hook of the song. This is the main part. So we got a new synth which has joined us, the Mini 3. This is another Arturia synth. And again, a lot of this is just me having a little play around with different sounds. So this is a sort of Moog replica, Moog Mini. And again, not too complicated. You can make it complicated if you want to make it complicated, but you don't have to. I'm using Dirty Lead, and obviously I've edited it because I've made my own preset, as you do, because if you don't play with the knobs, what are you doing? Oh, why aren't you playing? That's interesting. Why are we not playing? Ah, there we go. Yeah. So... I can't remember what this sounds like dry. I've added quite a lot onto this. Let's just make it dry. So this is what it is. Probably turn that up a little bit. Hang on 1 second. There we go. Now we're adding reverb. We're adding a filter. Already we sound like we're in a different room. That's kind of what, or like a big hollow orchestral sort of area, sort of like we're in like a large room, essentially. It's what Abbey Road's. This is a nice set of reverb. This is the Plate series. It's very nice. And we're adding Scream. I love Scream. This is like a relic of Reason 2.5. Back, in retrospect, we're on Reason 13 now, so this is back from Reason 2.5. I still use it. It's got a lot of fun to it. I just like the sound of it. I've used it so often. So we just add back in the Scream. And I wanted it to sort of sit apart from my low growly vocals. I wanted it to sit apart from all the bass heavy stuff that's going on, and to enhance the already CS80 that's there. So when it comes in...
For much too long. Something inside me trying to be wrong. Inside my eyes I feel unsure. Wondering if I could be happier.
It's a little bit of length there as well, so it sits and it kind of complements. Also, you may have noticed we've got another vocal track. We've got 2 vocal tracks doing exactly the same thing. I wanted to have a little bit more of a emotional take on my quite dry interpretation of the same lyrics previously. So previously where we had...
Alone for much too long.
We've got now something with a bit more passion to it.
I have been alone.
Oops.
And I have been alone for much too long.
Yeah.
There's something
Where is
inside
this?
me trying to be wrong.
Where are you?
Inside my eyes I feel
I
unsure.
think it's here.
Wondering if I could be happier. But
Where is this? Oh, I think I routed it manually. Is this it? No, MIDI Vox. That's the MIDI Vox bus. Oh, my children have arrived. You can hear them stomping. Somewhere down here. Back Vox. Vocals, but more. Here it is. So it is going... Where are you going? Ah, here we go. Here it is. Let's rewind a section.
and I have been alone for much too long.
I had a plugin I'm not using anymore. Let's get rid of that.
There's something inside me trying
So let's bypass all of this.
to be wrong. Inside my eyes.
So fun fact, I actually recorded all of these on an SM57. I didn't use my condenser, which I'm using now. I did every vocal on an SM57 just to see... originally it was to run guide tracks and just to see how things fitted. I ended up quite liking the take that I did, so I was like, right, let's see what I can do with this.
Something inside me.
So we've got a couple of compressors here. We've got the Red 17 mono. Just add a little bit of tones, a bit of high tone on there. Got the CLA 76. I quite like these. This one and the other CLA one I like as compressors. We've got a saturator. Oh, you always open in the other page. We've got a saturator as well. Just add a little bit of dirt and crisp. And I've got an NS1. I don't know why I've got the NS1 on there.
Trying to be wrong.
I must have had a lot of background noise.
Inside my eyes, I feel unsure.
And it's mostly just to get it sitting in the mix a little bit sweeter as well. So probably a little bit of needless processing on that. I might revisit that and have a look and see what I'm actually doing. But
Alone for much too long.
Kids are killing each other. Okay, so we got a new thing coming in. This is the elect drums. Sorry, I'm umming and ahhing all over the place. So let's have a listen to. Oops, sorry. Nice little beat. And I have been alone for much too long. Yeah. Just adding a little bit more rhythm, another flavour of rhythm. Now this is using another classic Reason thing, the the Dr. Octo Rex. I have to show my children at the moment, they're being very loud. Which is running through DPR 402. Again, just another channel strip. And Eddie Kramer drums, just to add a little bit of compression. These are both Waves presets from the Waves Ultimate packs. You can see it just lifts. Oops. Just lifts. Oh yeah, and then we get more vocal tracks. Sorry, we get to that part there. So yeah, just bringing this all together. If I just mute the vocals. 1 second. Anyway, sorry. Just tell them to be a little bit quieter. So you see how that comes in there, so we'll go from here. Almost comes in like a buzzsaw. And I'm using a little bit of automation to bring that saw in quite, so if you listen here, it comes in here. There's volume. Oops, I have to actually solo that as well. Simple volume automation. It's great. And yeah, you can set standard levels. It's all good. So yeah, come through this part and then we come to the outro. And this is where the fun begins. I'm going to have to do some fader checking. So, right, got some more vocal friends here.
I am alone.
Very dry.
I am alone. I am alone.
And that kind of goes along with this. So if we put all the vocal tracks together, oh, this one.
I am alone. I am alone.
Very tight,
I am alone.
very short apart from the top one.
I am alone.
Which we'll get to is the top one.
I am alone. I am alone. I am alone.
And then,
I am alone.
again, very simple, not doing a lot to it, just adding some reverb, keeping these as pretty as dry as possible, apart from that large, very wet reverb.
I am alone. I am.
And that just adds a little bit of depth to this bit when we go a little bit nuts.
I am alone. I am alone. I am alone. I am alone.
Okay, and then we get to this point. I'm going to have to ride the fader. Do not adjust your sets. That distortion is intentional. Basically, I turn everything up. Let me turn this down because it does. I had to take this into another file and basically add some limiting and manual volume control. But if we go to this page, this fader. You see, I just push it up. But that's not all. Sorry. It's wildly uncontrollable at this point. We've also got a master scream over here, which is what this is for, and we're sending everything through this screen. You watch this as I turn it up here. I think we slowly start to increase this in the master. Faster goes up. Damage goes up. And then it all turns off, and we have that little synth. I also took the input gain on the reactor, the big synthy reactor, and just went, do you know what happens if I turn that up? And you have this really nice sort of this section. And the whole thing just gets turned up, and then it just cuts, and you're just left with nothing. I just love the idea of just absolutely destroying the track. Just completely ripping it to shreds. Just have this monotone loop, this rhythm, this pounding. And I've got this idea from a couple of other tracks I've heard along the way. There's a great track by Nine Inch Nails called, what is it? What album is this off? They did like three mini albums, and it's off the second one, This Background World. And he does the same thing. It's a very unsettling loop that loops in just the place you cannot predict. And it goes on for about 11 minutes, and bit by bit, it just destroys the track. And it's so great, and I love it. And I wanted to kind of emulate that. Not quite as intense. I wanted to do it over like a 30-second period as opposed to 13 minutes. But yeah, enough to just basically destroy the track. And that's the song. This is one of these, like, I got caught in a strange mood and just decided to blow through everything and then left it and then just didn't touch it for a while and then came back and just did the vocals all in like one hit. So it's very much a fever passion project, but I am proud. I like this song. Oops, let me turn this back up. It's great. I'm very proud of it. I'm very happy with it. I like how unsettling and how different it is. And it is, yeah. This is a good first start. First thing for first EP. Not too overly complicated. A lot going on. Oh, I did input gain on the drums as well. That's what also brings it up. If in doubt, just turn everything up and blast the fuck out of your your thing. I'm mostly happy with the mix for this as well, and the lyrics as well. The lyrics are great. The lyrics are all from the perspective of a narcissist looking on himself and say, can I be wrong? Am I wrong? No, I'm not. But why am I alone? Why am I the only one with these thoughts? But of course you're the only one with these thoughts if you're in your own little bubble, which most people are, and they think they're right. I am alone, Hence the track. I think I actually started the songs with this. I have been alone for far too long. I like that idea. Originally, I think the idea was I was going to be something of like an artificial intelligence at the end of the universe. I've been alone for far too long, and I thought, well, I couldn't really develop that any further. I might come back to it, but I kind of like the idea of a narcissist sort of struggling to come out with other tendencies and seeing his worldview just get demolished and destroyed. And yeah, it fits together nicely. It's one of those rare occasions where I'm actually really proud of some lyrics, because I've written some garbage lyrics in the past. So I'm kind of happy with this one. You can go listen to this track now on the YouTube channel. It's also on SoundCloud and Bandcamp if you want to throw a quid my way. Hopefully I'll have the EP out soon. I'm going to go over to, let's do beat. This isn't going to be strictly in order. So these are the other tracks I'm working on for this EP. This is track 3. I've got to do something a little bit shifty to get to track 2 because I did it in a different program. But we'll cover all the ones I've been doing in Reason 13 if it's going to load. Here it goes. These are quite heavy tracks. This one's quite a heavy one. World exclusive. It's the first time you're hearing it. Why are you flashing at me? Oops, go away, Steam. I'll play Deep Rock later. No, that should be flashing at me. It's very important as well. I have a system with 64 gigabytes of RAM in it, so I've got plenty of room to run everything, but I do have to still manage what I keep going, and it does take... I'm running off a very slow hard drive as well. I used to run them off an SSD, but it's not as essential. I do have everything backed up. Everything is synced to a Google Cloud, which is great. So let me just do a little tweak here. Let me close Odd One. No, don't save. I'm quite happy with that. Right, I need to move a few windows over here. Let me detach rack. Sorry, bear with me a second. Attach the main mixer, but in fact, attach everything. attach the rack window as well. There we go. So this is Beat, which I called it, which is actually called... What the hell did I call this song? Hang on. All these songs have names. I cannot remember them. I know the first one's Narcissisms because I've spent a lot of time promoting it. Where are we? EP1 lyrics. Oh, A Way Out of Mind. Yeah. This is a section with 2 songs to it. Bit of a harder feeling. Shouty me. Should I just play the whole song? I'll play most of the song. We'll go through it as you are. I'd like to stress as well, this one isn't particularly well mixed at the moment. I need to spend some time going through the mix. I'm not going to do that on these headphones. Certainly not. I'll do them on my big speakers. But this is a rough mix for now. Okay, different phrase. I've got to sort the timing out with these parts as well. Is a little bit out, but I'll go. We'll come to that. So this is the Mini V3. Where are we? We're in C. Just a little bass line. Oh my god, I've got so many vocal channels in this one. Let's solo here. Nothing particularly exciting. We've also got this combinator. Now, what's in the combinator? So, a combinator in Reason is something you use to... Oh, my God. Block things together. Let me see if I can find it. Usually, if I click it, it will... Yeah, here we go. So, combinator, you can combine lots of different things together, which is great. So, this is the... For some reason, I'm running it through 2 amps. I don't remember doing it. And it... Oh yeah, a little bit of reverbing. Running it through 2 amps. Let's see what this sounds like without those. Oh, see you later. Wife's going to the pub. So we had 1 amp. Why did I add 2? It seems to eliminate the bass. I probably don't need 2 amps there. It's fine. So that's running a little bit of the distorted sound. We've also got this Jupiter. Oh, that's a classic sound. Where's the Jupiter gone? I need to click it. Where are you? Here we go. Jupiter 8 V4. This is, ta-da, a replication of Roland's Jupiter. So this is again a third bass has hit the mix. I've taken all the release off. So we've... Yeah, but no, go away you. Take the release back off. Roland do a good series of like old synths called the Jupiter, the Juno. This is Arturia's replication of that. I do have in this list as well. Where are we? Roland. I do have Roland's own version of the Jupiter as well. I found this patch in here. In the 8V. Oh dear, I hear shouting. Children are going nuts. So basically, it's a very simple bit of saturation on there. Just to give it a little bit more. See? Just to give it a little bit more juice. And so we have 3 bass lines in here. 4 if you include the... Oh, actually 4. No, we'll come on to that 3. Cool. So what's this? What's this Ample Metal Eclipse? Ooh. Believe it or not, I'm not that good a guitarist. Flip, I've got to find it. Here we go. So this is Ample Sound. Ample Sound makes some very good guitar emulation stuff. Of Wolf and Man. So imagine this is supposed to be played like this. Yeah, it's just great sort of... Just really good like metal guitar influences. And I've just sort of kept it very simple and just sort of gone... Oops, sorry. Just to add a little bit of metal to... Honestly, guitars and dirty synths work so well. It's very, very good. As for drums, not a lot going on. There is another bass. I found it. I forgot I added another bass. Sire, another bass has arrived. This is the bass station. This is Novation's bass station. La 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 by is this Cherry Audio? I think it's Cherry Audio's version of it. Yeah, another nice little bass rig I was playing with. So yes, there is in fact another bass in there. There are 4 basses. But drum-wise, not a lot going on. We're running Reactor again, and we're running, ta-da, Polyplex. Ooh. Yeah, just really keeping it simple. 2 things. Again, a little bit of a minimalist field. Oh, sorry, I'm going to put the... And again, 3 on 2. Yeah. Loving those triplets. And we got these vocals. I've layered up the vocals. I basically recorded multiple takes doing some dubbing, but I kept most of it in. I need to spend some time. I want to sort of sit and tweak some of the, not that part, sorry, not the auto-tune. I want the slice edit. Oh yeah, because you can sit and tweak the slices as you need be. I just need to have a little play of that, really. Oops. Just have a little go and just try and sync things up a little better. It's a little messy at the moment. I may need to go back and re-record. We'll see. And then we come to... Yeah, I'm not too happy with... Doesn't quite go up enough. Hey! You know, it needs to go a little higher. Timing's a little out as well. So we added a few things here. Little codecs. Codecs is a built-in. This comes with waves. This is very simply just doing that. Putting it through a guitar amp of all things. I'm putting it through a guitar amp. Don't really know why. We could... Again, adding saturation, adding colour. So there's that. And then we're adding the piano in as well. Ooh, what happened there? Didn't notice that was out. Oh, hello, mate. Just doing some recording at the moment. You alright? Just on a stream, mate. You okay? Is it bedtime? Oh, well, I'm currently live right now. Yeah. I'll come and talk to you in a bit, okay? I'll come and talk to him soon. I'll just take you through his next couple of songs. So yeah, just simple. And this is a built-in Reason piano. This is the Radical piano. Doesn't need to be amazingly special. And this is our main chorus part, where the guitar's doing something else as well. So the guitar is. Hang on. Transfer. Yeah, play this guitarist. Just nice, just aping everything else. Then we come to this next section, which is sort of the breakdown. Back to that loop. So we got. And then. Just nice little compound chords as we go up. Lovely. And then we enter the second verse. Back to the chorus. Just realised I can hear a. Yeah. Get that out. Then back with the chorus, and then we have a little bit of a breakdown later. Oh yeah. So there's a second. The chorus extends. You'll hear the full thing in the proper song. So. Silence. So, yeah, listen to this. I like this. So, yeah, this is my favourite part of the song. Guitar and synth. Just a German techno. Now, there should be a higher vocal there, and I don't know what's happened to it. I muted it. There you go. I need to do some mix. This is... Hard way out of hell. So, we got a lot going on here. A lot of back-end vocals. Where's my back-end vocal? Out of here. So, we got a lot going. Like, very low. Hard way. Out of here. Hard way. Out of here. I'm still debating what to do with this section. I think I'm either going to remove these vocals, refine them, or keep it as a little bit of a club anthem, keep it going, or something like that. Not sure, but I do like this vocal because it comes back in later. Still deciding, but this part keeping, this part coming up with these little accents. Yeah. Back to the club. And then I might bring the vocals just in there, or I might tease them earlier, might take them out, bring them in. I'm not sure. I've got some arranging to do still on this part. And then layering on. The kids do more. Nothing complicated, just a little bit of something. I did quite like this dropout. And then back into that slow beat, so. Piano leading that part. This part, this thing running here as well. I need to tweak how that'll probably do a fade out there as well. There's some work to be done on this track, which will happen fairly soon, hopefully. Got to work out what I'm doing with the arrangement, especially this latter part, because I really like the club feel. I love this. Oh, that sounds awful. Hard way. Yeah, that's great. Okay, let's go on to organs and chords. I'm going to load this up. I'm going to go have a quick chat with my son. Let me just, while this is loading, I'm just going to put BRB on the screen so you know where I am. I'll be back very shortly. Just have a quick chat with my son. Okay. Ooh, missing VST plugins. That's a fun one. Bye bye BRB. Right. Yeah, there probably are some missing ones on here. This is a song that's travelled through time and space. I have been working on this song for a very long time. At least it's given it time to load some samples. Let me reattach. Sorry, I've just run down the stairs. Attach the rack. There we go. We can see what we're doing. Let's just go to here. As you can tell, this is a bit more of a beefier song. Let's just play the start. Sorry, I'm just curious of why that isn't. Because it's on. But it's fun. Wonder why the meter isn't working on that channel. But it doesn't matter. Anyway, so we have a bit of an orchestral arrangement on this song. What happened there? Why did you just start dragging? Oh God, that's it. We'll do that. There we go. Yeah, got a lot going on here. We're using some contact libraries on this one. So we got. So we got that, and we've also got organ. And an array of really nice strings. And a hurdy-gurdy. Love a hurdy-gurdy. I didn't realise I had guitar in this part, did I leave? Oh yeah, it's just low notes. Just a bit of a... So I just want to take you through the contacts. Albion Strings is a lovely set of... can I select... How do you work? Oh, hang on. Really nice contact libraries, sort of recorded from real orchestras. So this is, oh no, that's the solo strings. That's a cello, set of cellos as well. But what I want to find is, and apologies, I'm not going to play the chords of this because I have actually forgotten them. Is it this one? Here we go, new organ. This is the Hephaestus Italian concert organ. It's lovely. No, of course you're not selected. I've got to get a better way of doing this. Hang on a second. Where's new organ? I had an old organ. I changed it to this organ. It's just really nice. Just a lovely recreation of a nice organ. Lots of depth, which I may have EQ'd out there. Not as good, so... Because the one thing I like about the cello, is they are just great use as bass instruments. It's that real nice chunky low mid. And yeah, just to give this whole... What chords did I play for this? Oops. So we've got an easy drummer. First time we've seen this in this program. So, pre-programmed by me, as you can tell. I like easy drummer. It's pretty much as it says on the tin. Where is it? It's just a nice... Oops. Nice little... Easy drummer, bright room. I like drums. just great fun to play with, really, and really configurable. You can get the upgraded version, which is Superior Drummer, for a little bit more money. I just like Easy Drummer. Easy Drummer's great. It's good enough for what I needed to do, which is play some drums for me. And then we've got my vocals. The vocals I kept as clean as possible. With other ones, I kind of gone big on the processing angle of just like, yeah, let's distort it, let's tweak it, let's overlay it. I kind of did this in one take, and I'm kind of happy with it. A few tweaks here and there, but it's... Oh yeah, and we've also got a redrum running as well. So... This is a classic sound I like to use from back when I was using Reason a lot more. Where the bloody hell is it? Here it is. This one? Yeah. So, I believe... Yeah, I love that. You could actually see the fan spinning. That's brilliant. This is redrum. This is a very... I'm processing the absolute shit. Oh, this is what's missing, the Sheps. Sheps and IR Live. I wonder if that was from a Legacy Waves version that I don't have installed anymore, probably. It doesn't matter, because I don't think I need to. And I'm running it through its own thing with a little bit of EQ. What am I... Had a little bit treble to that, apparently. Yeah, this is why I love Reason. Look at this madness. It's so good. Anyway, so yeah, it's a classic old school Reason 1.0. I think it was in 1. I don't think it was in 2. Redrum. Just to give a little bit of a digital background to these drums. So, what's that? Yeah. Yeah, anyway. Don't think I've done a lot to the vocals. I don't know why it's not putting on there. I say I've not done a lot, and then I realise I've just got... what the fuck is the Pro R? What have I done here? Oh, yeah, I've just done a bit of EQ dipping. Fab Filters, Pro R. I forget what I've done half the two. An RS215 for a little bit of stereo widening, some saturation. And a fun little reverb patch, a fun little reverb VST I found called Snesverb, which is supposed to sort of emulate a kind of retro arcade reverb. It kind of does that, but I kind of like the way it sounds, and it's sort of very simple, and it looks like a SNES, and it's very fun. So yes. I'm not the best. So many better at my head's behest. But it's fine to say that I'm not. Got the Mini V3 back again, running some bass. Shaped, not misunderstood. And the piano as well, which is AP. Call me by my name and I shall appear. Blind. Oh, here it is. Oh yeah, a real recorded piano. This is my Nord, so which you can't see at the moment. Yeah, actual recorded piano. Which is unlike me. Usually I MIDI everything as much as possible to try and eliminate any kind of timing issues. But I must have been happy with that. So let's go on to the chorus. Keeping the guitars fairly low. Just bringing it a little bit in there. And just sort of like ending the chorus with a little bit of a diminished rundown, so sort of... Am I doing the F sharp there? Yeah, the F sharp. Little diminished rundown again, keep the unsettlingness to it. You can hear those guitars coming in earlier. Doesn't need to be much in the mix, just the sickness in my heart. Detritus of envy, of pain and fear. We come to this sort of second section here, and this is kind of like another part of the chorus, but more of a reprieve. And again, like I did with Narcissist, there's adding a bit more tension, adding a bit more structure to it, and there's a few other things I've added in here, including the cellos are back. I want to feel that truth. Now we got a little bit more. So like I did with the redrum here. So we've also got this now, another little of a digital edition. Kind of like a digital scratching. This is the Octo-Rex. This is a tambourine, believe it or not. So if I take off this and we can run it. No, we can't run. It's a tambourine. And there's another reason I like the Scream Destruction unit. You've got digital setting here. So digital resolution array. Just add a little bit of almost, again, destructive quality to a tambourine. So that's quite nice. So let me just start that from the beginning so the cello's getting properly. Come in. See, I thought about adding harmonies to this, but I kind of wanted one of the few tracks that I did on this EP where I wasn't just overloading on harmonies, and just keep it as pure as possible, and just a little bit like raw emotion or more just raw vocal standing through, because I am quite nervous about my voice. I'm quite not as confident. It sounds better to me in the car than it does ever when I record it, but it's my voice and it's the only one I've got, so I have to work with it and sometimes have to expose myself in ways that I'm not as comfortable with. We're back into the chorus, and we're just full on, just chucking everything. Oh, probably easier if I just mute the vocals. So we're just full on with the arrangement. If I mute all the drums, and I just love this almost orchestral side of it. Ooh, so there's some drums somewhere. Where are those drums coming from? Oh, there's another kit in. I added a third drum kit. Hurdy-gurdy commute again. And then a double loop of the diminished rundown. So the guitar there, I'm going to remove that little noise at the end there. So the guitar comes in. I just wanted, you're expecting a wow, big solo, but it's just going to be. And then move that click, but just. And then big breakdown. Mellow out. Take it home. Everything just comes out until you're left with. Just that one lonely, I keep calling it cello, one lonely cello. I say one lonely, there's three of the fucking things. So just sitting, just going. Just looping around. That's why I love that Kontakt library. He can hear them articulating the strings. It's great. So that's that song. This one is called, good question, this one is Self-Sabotage. Yeah, I realise all the head titles are fairly depressing, but it's away of my mind at the moment. So these are the 3 I've created in Reason 13. So for reasons I won't go into right now, I have some in Reason 12 as well. If you know, you know. I just have to do a little bit of widgery stuff now, and then we're going to go into Reason 12. And these will be the last songs I ever make in Reason 12, I'll tell you that. I do like Reason 12, but it has its problems. But we are loading. Yeah. One reason or another, the version of Reason 12 I've got, the songs that are in there can't be exported to Reason 13. So these 2 songs, which I've included on the EP, are on here, but we just have to do somewhere. Let's do Nowhere Man. This isn't the final name of this track. I think I'm going to call it something else because I realise there is actually already a track by the Beatles called Nowhere Man. And whilst having duplicating track titles is not illegal, I would rather not, if possible. So let's do this. So this one is another different vibe. So all the songs I've shown so far have had different vibes to it. We've had a kind of odd one. We've had a bit more of a heavy one. We've had the last one was a very orchestral song. This one is more, almost want to say pop song, more like a poppy number. When it loads. It's a heavy track. These are all fairly heavy tracks. So, light mode. Reason 12 does not have a dark mode. And we have plenty of tracks here. Where's the rack? Is the rack on this window? Racks are here. No, racks are over here. Let's reattach the rack. Attach the rack. There we go. And get rid of it. So, have a listen to this. Why can't I hear anything? Because I've not... Hang on. Because we're still in UMC and not... Let's try that. There's some great stuff going on here. We got the dopamines, which is... Where are you, dopamines? I think you're Reactor. Are you Reactor? No, maybe. Yeah, you are. So this is... Ta-da! We're back to Polyplex. Oh, there it is. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, so that's that beat, and it's kind of like a... You're clapping, everyone's clapping, we're having a time here, so we got that. Oh, it's just the one beat. I think I switched it to 2 later. We've got this line. Some just lovely chords. And this is... What patch is this? So I'm running Analog Lab. Oh gosh. General rule of thumb is this is a groovy harmony, but what is the instrument that I'm using here? Come on, what are we using here? Gosh, no, hang on. Analog Lab. The general... how do I get to the instrument panel on this one? I forget how to do that. There's a way of finding out what bloody thing I'm running here. That's the library. What am I running? How do I find out? Never mind, doesn't matter. Anyway, the general idea is I try not to run Analog Lab and try and run the individual instruments inside Analog Lab, because Analog Lab is the amalgamation of all the other Arturia things. But we're running that. We're also running... I started playing around with these chords in a program called Scalar, and it's the first time I've ever used it. And it's a good way of sort of just like building up chord structures. Just came up with that. So C major, add 13, D flat major, E minor. And I was working around... And you can have a play with voicings, and I was just playing around. It's really nice. I actually really like that sound. This is like a basic sound that comes with Scalar, and I was just like, you know what? I really like that. That's really nice. So I kept it in just to add a little bit of a staccato edge to the already sort of like elongated legato synth. And then we have the drums, which is my favourite coming. It's just so nice because you think, like, this is already going to be the drums. Now we have a beat going. That's great. Again, I would just like to stress here as well, the vocals these aren't final vocals. And they kind of are, but I need to work on the mix really badly for this one. I'm going to have to do some sort of... I might have to strip everything back to basics and start again, because I'm not really happy with the mix on the vocals. But it is what it is.
It's getting harder to impress myself each day. I don't know how to make myself a better man in all of these ways. So say my name, say it out loud, say it like you really wanna play to the crowd.
A little bit of hi-hat coming in there.
Play my heart, play it real loud, play it when you wanna be especially proud.
For some reason, and I have no idea why, this ID8 track came in. The ID8's just your basic, you want to fuck around with something, let's put an ID8 and just work around some chords. For some reason, it just did this. No, can't hear it. Why can't we hear it? Well, that's good. It did this, then it does nothing. Oh, yeah. It doesn't fit the song at all, but never mind. Anyway, I digress. Let's carry on. Drum bass. This is what I would call my Bowie phase, because this is very late era Bowie to kind of go from a normal beat to a bit of a, yeah, let's get it. It's very Earthling, Black Tie, White Noise kind of heathen-ish era. And we've got some of many vocals in this track. Very alien. And another set. This music mix. It's a new day, but always there's a lot there. And then chorus. So there's your chorus. I love it. I had a different chorus in mind. I couldn't sing it. I had something very high. I forget what it was now, because this is just embedded in my brain. But I've had myself going like very high and then coming down, and I was just like, I was singing it in the car, and then I came back to record it. I was just like, no, that's no way near sustainable. So I ended up working out this, which I do enjoy a lot more. We're joined by a couple of ample instruments here. So we've got the Full Metal Eclipse. Again, some fun chords guitarists can't play. And we have the ample Jaco Pastorius bass. It's just a nice little low, no, what are we on there? Hang on. Oh, do I still have the last patch open? No, I don't. Where's the bass? So it's just a nice, yeah, just a nice bit of real bass-ish. I could have played bass on this. This would have been a better mix. I've got to work the vocals out. There are too many harmonies here. There's a lot going on in this. Like, let me just isolate the harmony. Where is it? There it is.
of society. No quality.
And I've got to work it out. I'm not too happy with the mix. There's a lot going on. I've got to do some mixing on this. I need to drop out all the low end, maybe boost it up, maybe scrap some bits, find the best cut. Vocal mixing is something I still find very difficult with my own voice, but hey, it's got to be done. And then back to the second chorus, second verse. Gotta work on that. We'll skip through blah 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 blah. It goes basically into another version of the verse, and then we're back into, and then back into the chorus again. Same thing. And then back on again with the chorus. And there's other little things I need to do there with the vocals. Is just make sure everything's timed right, because, you know, if I have like one thing coming in before another, I don't want to get everything like bang on a 16th, but I want to be able to at least have the back end vocals tight so it doesn't feel like they're coming in before everything else. So after the chorus is finished, we go into the breakdown and then final reprise of a chorus. This is a very traditional song structure. There's nothing really unusual or strange about this compared to some of the other songs, but it is a bit more traditional. But I like this is more like a song I like the sounds, I like the structure, I like the song. I got things I want to sing along to, so. And we get a guitar solo. And this whole section is essentially it's the same chords. It's a little bit of a rearrangement. So part of it I cut up and sort of just put it in different order in a different sort of area, a different way. And then basically the guitar solo is those chords plugged in as well. Just raw, which is why guitarists will have a struggle playing it. Not that I expect any will. And then here we go. This part needs a definite mix. Almost sounds like there's like a break here that I need to fix, like there's a hole. Yeah, messy. Very messy. It's messy. And then it just simply ends. Yeah, I'm happy with it. I've got a lot of work to do with this one. There's a lot of vocal stuff I'm not too happy with. I'm just gonna strip it all back. I may end up scrapping a lot of these harmonies, and coming back to it because there's a lot here. I've got like 20 vocal tracks here. That's probably just a little bit excessive. Okay, let me load up this one, which is very different, very heavy, very angry. Again, it's another different sound for the EP. I'm kind of just putting out a platter of things to try and see what sticks, but if anything, I will never do the same thing twice. That's my poppy one. If I was to release a single, that would be the single, although I released Narcissist, which is whatever. I say released, I put it out on YouTube. Alright, let me just close the last one down. Don't save. Got some work to do. Got some fun things on this track. Again, pre-warning, this is a heavier track. This is me being very angry and emotional. Tap track window, there we go. This has got some guitars from a good friend of mine, Ross Stevens, and also Jared Watson of Jeopardy fame. He's done some work on this as well, which will come on to. Be prepared for fast guitars and heavy guitars. Fast drums, heavy guitars. I've got to do some work there vocally. So this start part, we got a lot going on here. First off, we got this, what I call the Ross Madness outro. This is Ross's mad stuff he gave me. Noises! Yeah, I'll go through that. This is part of section over here. Got me saying something here. One last time. So back when I was making stuff as Idolicide back in the early mid-2000s, between, well, 2000 and 2010, I was angrier, I was younger, and I wanted to do like rocky, heavy stuff. This is kind of my tribute to those years, and just wanting to say like, right, one last time, let's make a real banger and heavy track and do it fast and do it angry and do it emotional like it was when I was 18 years old and I was just full of testosterone and just pissed off at the world. And yeah, that's kind of where this song kind of derived itself from, but we got some great drums in here. We've got, my favourite guitar. Yeah, this is the Ample Metal Hellraiser. This is another Ample sound one. This is great. This is like your 9-string. Yeah. Oh god damn it. such an anticlimactic moment there. Where are we? Ample Metal Hellraiser. Select. I think we're on it. Oh, we're on single. Yeah, this is very sort of like your Slipknot guitar, sort of yeah, it's great. It's just real good fun. It's really good fun to play with. I just love those really like, have you ever played Doom, the 2016 version of it? And a guy called Mick Gordon just released just one of the best video game soundtracks of all time featuring guitars like that. So yeah, I was like, I've got to get that in a song. We've also got a couple of bass leads in here. One of a very classic synth. Where is it? The Subtractor, which is subtraction synthesis, available in the very first edition of Reason. A bit of polyphony on there. Not polyphony. Bit of glide on that. And it's just a bass guitar sound. Was I even playing that? No, I was playing a different... That was a different synth. Never mind. Don't worry. But this is... And then on bass. What about a fourth bass? Yeah! Yeah! What about this one? Yeah, let's just break it up and then put some kick-ass drums in there. And then you've got this coming in. Oh, look at a fifth. Lovely little fifth. And it just rises. Just fills that sound. Now, another one of my favourite basses we got on here. I'm going to just address this Substant bass. This is a Contact. And this is probably my favourite bass Contact of all time. And it's called Substance. And this is so good. This isn't the best patch. They have great patches. We're not on it. Where... Oh, we're on this Substant bass. So I've actually put two subs. It's great. It just sounds like that. It's so good. Oh, what patch was that on? It's on Produce Beetle. Yeah, Substance is great. I love Substance, but yeah, so... So what's this one? Hang on, what have I got? Don't know what's going on there. Never mind. So yeah, we've got that nice layered up, lots of basses, lots of audio tracks. So yeah, we'll go through this audio. This is me just being a little bit edgy, deliberately. And then a bit I quite like. This bit I like. Let's go! What's going on with the bass, the Hellraiser there? That's doing something very strange. It shouldn't be doing that. It's because I fucked around with something. Hang on. It's because I was messing around with it. Let's just reset that. Let's try that. No, not default. Psychosocial. Oh, let me hang on. Psychosocial. Right, try that. This probably won't sound the same. There we go. Get ready for some mad drums. And then back to the opening riff. We've got some fun chorus harmonies here. So.
I can't do this anymore. Head and heart are still at war. Want to stop it.
I like that little growl I do there. That's quite fun. So like.
War. Want to stop
I like. But yeah. And yeah, we got basically same reprise, another verse, very simple structure. Don't die sad. And then back into. One thing you might notice: this little bass run, this little bass guitar is also doing a little synth note. Oh, we had a break there. What's happened? Hello. OBS has disconnected and reconnected me. Hello. Hopefully you didn't lose too much there. Anyway, so yeah, and then we kind of, you might go like, so okay, so we got the traditional, 2 bars here, but I added a third because why not? And then just have a little extra reprise, do the unexpected. We got. Got to work out timings on this. Okay, and now we get the breakdown where I've had some friends come and do some guitar work for me. So, I sent the assignment to my friend Jared Watson, Big McClarty, as you may know him. So, can you come up with a solo? And he came up with this. This might have an extra. So, he came up with this. For like a break. I wanted a breakdown section. Legend. I'm going to play it in full because you'll understand why in a minute. So he did. I did another track called "Death Before Dishonor," which was for a Star Trek Klingon RPG, and he did some amazing guitar work on that. So I kind of was like, okay, I kind of like this. This is kind of goes, and I was had this sort of big breakdown part at the end here. If I just mute these guitar drops, so you kind of hear how this originally was ending. I was basically just going to sit on that for about 4 bars, or for 16 bars, and then just end. And so when Jared came up with the solo, he came up with that in mind, and he came up with a good solo. I was like, yeah, I kind of like this. I wasn't entirely, I've always said to him, I may use it, I may not, I don't know. And it's a great solo. He's an amazing guitarist. I was like, I'm not sure too much how this fits, but okay. I know another guitarist friend of mine I know who's just literally texted me saying next Friday come and have a beer with me. So I'm like, yes. Came up with this because he said, okay, I can hear what you want to do with this. So he came up with a different style of solo. So he came up with this. So immediately I was just like, yes, that's perfect. And in the end, I was going to have 16 bars of do-do-da-do-do-da, and then just stop. I heard that and I was like, holy shit, this sounds very Mars Volta for a start. This is like a really sort of their kind of sound. But I thought, well, actually, I'm going to change the ending somewhat. It's like inspired me to change it a little bit. I'm going to put it in. I'm going to keep Jared's in there as well and sort of intermix it into this guitar madness, essentially, that's coming up, because it's a dirty and angry song. And it kind of fits with other things I have had feeling with this EP, and that it does the things you don't expect it to do. And I've got these lovely drops that Jared also did as well. This, which is just, yeah, gotta have that in there. He's like, right, here comes some guitars. So this is kind of how I panned the whole thing out. This is how I kind of come to agreement. So, yeah. So, added a little tweak there, faded the whole thing out, just let that sort of ensemble chaos of guitarness sort of take over the track. Could have ended in a very rock style, but I was just like, actually, I'm kind of, this feels like the better ending, because I was struggling for a while as well. It's like, what do I do vocally for the ending as well? And I was coming up with all sorts of ideas, and I didn't like them until, and then Ross put his guitar down, added Jared's in there as well, came up with this. I added a little bit of a change as well to Ross's guitar, had a little bit of inspiration, and if I can find what I did with it, yeah, here we go. So I added a bit of a guitar chain to it, so we added some Butch Vig vocals, some berserk distortion, and this fun pedal, some delay, Safari pedals, and just really just took it over. But you can hear that then at the start. I thought, hang on, what can I do at the start? Because I found the start was being a bit dry, so added it in there as well. So I added it in there as well. So yeah, I was very happy with how that turned out. So this is nearly there. I need to tweak the vocals. I need to get them in line, boost them up a little bit. I may need to do some extra mixing again. I'm not going to do them on these headphones, but yeah, that's the 5 tracks I'm working on. So I'm very happy. I'm just going to pop back to Narcissist a quick moment. So I just have to do some tweaking because of various reasons I explained earlier. Let's turn that to reason 12. Oops, no, don't delete it. Jesus Christ. What am I doing? Yes, I do. No. Oh. Gosh, I've done a thing. Oh, I've done a thing. Hang on. I may have fucked up here. This may work. This may ask me to... Ah, fudge. I fudged it. Never mind. Anyway, I've got to fix my copy of Reason now. Wonderful. Can I do that now? Let me just do some undoing. Oh, hang on. Let me see if this will work. Replace. Will this work? Maybe this will work. Hello, Louisa. Hello, Ross. Hope you're having fun at the pub. Hopefully this will work. Yes, it did. Excellent. So we're back over here. So let me load back up Narcissist. Odd. I called it Odd One because it's a bit of an odd one. I'm about to end the stream and have myself a lovely cup of tea. Where are you, Louise and Ross? Where are you, the Oddfellows? Are you at the Spoons? Did you go somewhere decent to drink? Could have gone to the dock on a Friday night. Actually, I think Chris is down there tonight, isn't he? Doing some DJ thing. Yes, I know I'm missing VST plugins. It's fine. So yeah, so coming back to... Look forward to hearing. Hang on.
Been alone for much too long. Something inside me trying to be wrong. Inside my eyes I feel unsure.
So thank you everyone for watching. Hopefully this has been... Hang on. Oh god, I've done a thing. Hopefully this has been informative. This is kind of like just generally my mixing process for this album. I might do some more future streams where I just dick about recording things, or just playing and singing and doing some other stuff. So I kind of hope you've enjoyed this. And I'll be back soon, so keep an eye on the channel. I'll have some more news about the EP coming soon. Not got much work to do. I've literally just got to mix it, finish the final touches to some of those songs. The structure's there, the vocals are all there. It's just getting my ducks in a row and just getting on with it, really, instead of faffing about playing video games, which, by the way, I'm going to go faff about and play some video games. So thank you, everyone, for watching. I'll be back. Bye.